In 1930, this original monument was dedicated to the war mothers. It honored 117 of our students who died in the Great War, otherwise known as World War I. Since then, there has been so many wars in this country. We've seen so many of our Mizzou students that have fallen to that. Today, we want to rededicate this monument to both our students and the families of those students.
On October 25th, 1930, the American War Mothers planted 7 trees on the north side of Brewer Field House as a tribute to the 117 former University of Missouri students who lost their lives in World War I. In soil from the campuses of all 48 state universities and from 11 other nations was spread under the 7 trees. So it's truly a wonderful symbolic tribute to all those who have served here at the it's here at the University of Missouri. In the 1930 ceremonies, Dean Stevens indicated that the soil from foreign countries symbolizes that America has sprung from all the nations of the earth, and the soil from the battlefields of France, enriched by the blood of the soldiers of France and Great Britain and other races around the world, teaches us a lesson of the common brotherhood of man. According to an article in the Columbia Missourian on October 25, 1930, the site was chosen as fitting because the Missouri University heroes spent so many happy hours here at the University of Missouri, and it was hallowed ground for them and remains hallowed ground for all of us. A memorial stone was set under the trees, and serendipitously, the stone has been reset in an area where 7 red maples are already growing.
This great country was built on the back of our returning veterans, and it will be built back up and turned around again by us. You've learned from the world's best military. Don't let that go to waste. Get your education and continue to serve. Also remember the words of one military creed. I will always place the mission first. I will never accept defeat. I will never quit. I will never leave a fallen comrade. America is fortunate to have you, and all veterans of conflicts past who exemplify commitment to duty, willingness to display valor under fire, and favor humility over glory. This notion of selflessness and sacrifice, the likes of which are exhibited each and every day by our military, is the bedrock of our all-voluntary military force.
As I immersed myself into the lives of Sergeant Mike Strength, Corporals Harlan Block, Renee Gagnon and Ira Hayes, and Private Franklin Sowsley, and Corpsman John Bradley, I found myself haunted by 6 other ghostly figures, equally courageous and heroic, yet scarcely celebrated in all the annals of history. Their names were Martha Strength, and Belle Block, and Irene Gagnon, and Nancy Hayes, and Goldie Sowsley, and Catherine Bradley. These were the mothers of the 6 flag raisers, 6 ordinary women who came to symbolize for me the mothers of all soldiers killed in all wars throughout time. 6 strong, loving, hopeful women devoted to their families and their country, who watched their sons leave their home and hearth and walk into the shrapnel and the shells and the steel of combat, and who waited for those sons to come home, who waited for months and years. But who has spoken for the mothers of the dead? Here, the sunlight is pushed backward by the shadows. Mothers of the war dead have had few champions to come forth and sanctify their suffering with immortal thoughts. It is not that the statesmen and the poets are indifferent to the mother's plight. It is more that words have failed them. They do not know what to say. Most lack the rare empathy, the capacity to penetrate that most daunting and mysterious of all territories, the inner chamber of a grieving mother's heart. Only a handful of these spokesmen have succeeded. I think of the lines given to Constance, the mother of the slain Prince Arthur, in William Shakespeare's play, King John. Grief fills the room up of my absent child, lies in his bed, walks up and down with me, puts on his pretty looks, repeats his words, remembers me of all his gracious parts, stuffs out his vacant garments with his form. My life, my joy, my food, my all the world, my widow's comfort, and my sorrow's cure. And the rest of us, lacking Shakespeare's eloquence, can only add our humble love and respect, and our hope that your sense of loss will always be tempered by the certain knowledge that your sons and daughters and yourselves will live on forever in the gratitude of your countrymen.